The ability. I mean, I do this year-round. These guys try to catch up in the months leading up to the draft, and they do a heck of a job. And I think when you look at the draft, I think Carolina and Jacksonville, two expansion teams, continue to move up and really be teams to watch in the future. I mean, I think Tom Coughlin, the job he's done in Jacksonville, and certainly the job that Dom Capers and Bill Polian have done in Carolina, these two expansion teams, forget expansion. Right. They're real teams. I mean, Absolutely. They're big league. They're competing now for playoff positions, and I think this will be a tough year. This will be a real test year for them, but they're ready. They got the talent.
We are ready for Mr. Irrelevant, the final pick, and the pick will be announced by Paul Salata, the man who created the Mr. Irrelevant to honor the final pick some 21 years ago.
There we go.
It's my honor to announce the last pick, number 254. He is from New Mexico State. He's a linebacker. His name is Sam Manuel, and he'll be in Newport Beach on the last week in June. He's a selection of the San Francisco 49ers, and he's going to be Grand Marshal of Irrelevant Week in Newport Center, Fashion Island. Thank you very much.
This is always my favorite portion of the show, when I get to the last pick and say, Mel, tell me about him.
They got the brothers. They got Sean earlier, the tight end, and now they got Sam. So they bring the brothers Manuel are heading to the 49ers.
One new twist to Irrelevant Week. So there are the 254 selections in the NFL draft, and we thank very much everyone who worked behind the scenes on this draft, all the women and men who put in many hours. It doesn't mean much for us to say it, but their thanks and support for getting this on the air is a Herculean effort, and to all of them, thank you very much. And thanks to all of you for spending part of a weekend with us. Minicamp is over for all of us. It's time to think about where our NFL teams will go. Auto racing is next on ESPN2. Remember, RPM tonight at 7 Eastern and at 7:30 Eastern. The National Hockey League playoffs continue. For all of us, Mike Tirico. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Tonight, Mike, as Kansas City has a 2-game lead.
Well, really, it's a big move for Kansas City. And we said all along, if Joe Montana could stay healthy, they're playing pretty good defense right now. And I think that showed today. Really, because Meyer had a pretty good day, and Seattle didn't do that many wrong things. But what Kansas City has become, they've become an opportunistic defense. They're starting to get some turnovers, and they're playing very well. With Joe in there, I tell you, he's the best I've seen. He makes so many things happen for him. Him and Marcus Allen got to be the two best additions you put on any one football team in 1 year.
And the 3 touchdowns for Allen today leave him only 1 behind Jerry Rice for the NFL lead. Meanwhile, we look at the comparative stats on the 2 former Notre Dame quarterbacks. Montana 20 of 30 for 239 in a controlled game. Meyer threw the 2 interceptions, got a career-high 287.
Let you down. Make it a Bud Light.
SportsCenter is brought to you by the United States Marine Corps. You have to be tough to compete, but smart to win. By Sprint, we've got everything you need, local, long distance, and cellular, to let you be there now. And by Bud Light, if you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
T-Wolves leading the Lakers by 4 under 5 minutes to play.
Led by Michael Stiek, Germany beats Australia for the Davis Cup. I'm Gary Miller.
I'm Dan Patrick. Primetime is next. Good day.
Week 14 on NFL Primetime, coming right at you. Would it be buyers, keepers, losers, weepers in Miami? Chicago passes the buck against the pack. Cleveland summons the savior. Is it enough to march past the Saints? The Jets couldn't catch anything, and the Falcons couldn't hold on. The Bills, would it be this easy to beat the Raiders? The Broncos look for a rare win at the Murph. A DT-TD in Seattle. Will the Chiefs continue their winning ways? Get in the holiday spirit. Primetime coming at you next. once again, everybody. I'm Chris Berman. Welcome to Week 14 of NFL Prime Time, a week in which everybody's playing football on either Sunday or Monday, and a week in which it showed that when you all play, you have good games. To help us show you all the good games, and there were many of them, many going down to the wire, Tom Jackson, Robin Roberts, our partners in crime. And first, though, we've got plenty to tell you. Sunday Night Football on ESPN, an intriguing matchup. Not the normal intrigue, mind you, but the San Francisco 49ers, they have all the points against the 1-10 Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals were 24-point underdogs, the biggest spread in the NFL since the expansion Yuccaneers of 1976 got pasted 42-0 at Pittsburgh when they got 26 in that game. Could the Bengals hang tough with the Niners at the stick? Here we go, George Seifert hoping for an easier ball game, and on the first play from scrimmage, well, what they've been doing for the last 5 weeks. Steve Forever Young to Jerry Rice, instant Rice. 44-yard pickup down to the 23-yard line, sets up a Ricky Waters touchdown. But all those Bengals. Alfred Williams drops Young for a safety. A pair of field goals by Doug Batts in the Pelfrey, and it's 8-7 Cincy at the half. But here's where it turned. The fake, or at least Lee Johnson thought that it would be blocked. Ampley blocks a pass. So instead of 8-7 with the Bengals moving, Ricky Waters scored a touchdown. Then he scored another touchdown. He had 3 in all. And it was kind of a ho-hum business-like job by the 49ers against a game Cincinnati team that hung in there, warming up for their date at New England next week. So the 49ers win it by the count of 21-8. And if you're wondering, last 10 years in the NFL, teams over 19-point underdogs, 4-2, at least against one number. They didn't win any of the games. Next Sunday night, an interesting ball game here. The Green Bay Packers, 3-way tie in the NFC Central at the San Diego Chargers from the Murph. That's at 8 next week on Sunday Night Football. We've got plenty to show you. Week 14 on NFL Prime Time. Some games that really turned suddenly in the second half. Falcons and the Oilers, one of them. And Oiler defense. Buddy Ryan's D over Jerry Glanville, their old friend. Giants Dolphins, teams with the best record in respective conferences. Who would come out on top in Miami?
You can see these new movies at theaters and head for McDonald's Holiday Film Festival, where you can pick up the original videos. The Addams Family or Wayne's World. Just $5.99 each when you buy any large sandwich at McDonald's.
Cool.
Also available, the children's classic Charlotte's Web or Ghost. Just $5.99 each when you buy any large sandwich.
I was not aware of that.
But hurry, because they'll be gone in a snap. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
There are some tough birds in our division who love putting the ache to Aikman. And those people in Washington definitely believe in capital punishment. And even when things are going good, I remember there are still giants in New York. Do I think winning another Super Bowl is going to be easy? Get real.
Logo Athletic, authentic team apparel.
Strong. To win, you've got to be smart. Maybe you can be one of us, the few, the proud, the Marines.
It'll knock you off your feet. It's full field views and playbook options. It's Super Play Action Football, part of the Super NES Sports Network, and it's in a league of its own.
NFL Primetime is brought to you by McDonald's. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today. By Logo Athletic. Get real with authentic team apparel. By the United States Marine Corps. You have to be tough to compete, but smart to win. And by the awesome sports lineup of the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. No wonder you find the best play here.
When we return on NFL Prime Time, a hot